Happy New Year from Minky Couture. Cozy up this winter with the ultimate in comfort and style. Our original Minky blankets. Whether you're relaxing at home, enjoying a movie night, or simply staying warm on those chilly nights, Minky Couture has you covered. Literally. Choose from our wide selection of luxurious designs, colors, and sizes. Perfect for everyone in the family. Celebrate the season in warmth and comfort. Visit minkycouture.com or stop by your nearest Minky Couture store today. Minky Couture, blanketing the world in warmth and love.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely. And parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/getstarted. That's GREENLIGHT.com/getstarted.
And so I say, what do you mean sex?
What did you think she meant?
I don't know. She just started doing this weird motion with her fingers. It didn't make any sense.
And this one is Humphrey.
Wow. This was worth thousands of dollars, right?
Yep. Bought it for $3,000.
And this was
2 weeks before TY released the new ones. I bought it for $3,000.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Yeah.
How are you not dead?
I tried, Tom. I really did. I tried in high school, and then I started again.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, hey, Noah. Hey, Heath. Well, this week's show is on Tulip Mania, so I'm just showing Tom and Cecil my collection. Now, these are my Furbies.
Which you bought for
$500 a piece on eBay, Cecil. $500.
Okay, great. And now, how much now?
Okay, well, fun fact about now, you actually can't get less than a penny for something on eBay, so I don't know what they're worth.
This is so depressing.
Yeah, have you ever tried doing the opposite of your decisions?
For sure. That was these mortgages I took out in 2006. Do you want one?
Oh my God. Oh no.
Is this why your debit card always gets declined?
I mean, it's one of the reasons. But guys, you're thinking about this way too hard, because when my Bitcoin goes through the roof, these are all going to be a hilarious memory.
Okay, so you also bought a bunch of Bitcoin?
Yeah, just a couple days ago. Put every penny I had into it.
I got to go.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
What's a Bitcoin?
Oh, okay. So imagine the entire stock market was based on child porn.
What do you mean imagine?
Everybody good? We're good. Got it. Hello and welcome to Citation Needed, the podcast where we choose a subject, read a single article about it on Wikipedia, and pretend we're experts because...
Oh, hey, welcome, new listener. Enjoy this. We do this
because you're a new listener. This is awesome. This is the internet, and that's how it works now. I'm Heath, and I'll be joined by a panel of wonderful gentlemen for whom I have the utmost respect. First up, two beautiful people with exactly the right amount of hair, Cecil and Noah.
My mustache is so thick, Italian grandmothers shake their head in disgust.
And my hair is proof that you can take the man out of the 80s, but you can't take the drugs out of the man in the 80s.
We tried. It was weird.
And also joining me are two men who definitely are not overcompensating in opposite directions for being fat kids, Tom and Eli.
I want to beat up all the people that called me fat. I break a lot of mirrors. Stupid, you're so fat.
See, and I just want to look at the pictures from when I was chubby fondly. Is that so much to ask? You know, look at him, baby fat. You're going to grow up to be big and tall like your dad. No. Also, fun surprise about your dad.
Just joke because he's dead.
Hi, new listener.
Okay.
Nice to see you.
All right. Perfect segue for me to start talking again. Great. Now, before we tear the bloom off the rose tonight, I want to take a moment to thank our patrons. Thanks to you, this fragile thing we call a job still exists. So thanks for preventing the inevitable shift of our professions to atheist author, bartender, definitely dead body, and whatever the fuck Tom and Cecil do. It's not clear.
Wait, they call that work.
Oh, shit. No. Pass. We're going to need some money. Send us money. That sounds scary. I don't want to do that. No.
Right. So if you want to learn how to stop me from dying in suspenders and flare, be sure to stick around till the end of the show. And if you can't cough up $1 so that other people can live their dreams, just a quick question. Why are you such a terrible person? See, this is why everyone hates you. You know when you arrive at the bar, you get that funny feeling that everyone was talking about you? Well, they were. Because they hate you. You know how every group they have that person and everybody knows, well, like they're just a piece of shit. Nobody knows why you have them around. That's you.
Jesus Christ.
All your paranoid fears, 100% accurate. The worst.
They noticed you were in the Barry Manilow shirt, is what I'm saying. They notice it on you.
They do. Or give us money. It's your call, whichever. And with that out of the way, tell us, Tom, what person, place, thing, concept, phenomenon, or event are we going to be talking about today?
Well, thanks to our patron, Michael, we'll be learning about Tulip Mania. And as a man planning a wedding, I'm confident that I am an expert on this subject.
This is not about centerpieces,
Yep.
sir.
Okay, I'm back out. Don't know anything. Turns out. Nope.
How was it to be in for a second there?
I didn't like it. That's why Cecil always looks so tired. That's a lot of work. I'm napping now.
All right. So, Eli, you read the parts of the article that aren't super boring. Are you ready to scrape together an essay out of the non-math parts you found interesting?
I am, Heath. I am.
Okay. So tell us, Eli, what was Tulip Mania?
Tulip Mania was a period in the Netherlands during 1637 which the prices for some bulbs of a recently introduced and fashionable tulip reached insanely high levels and then plummeted like a stone, smashing the hopes and dreams of the people who had invested in it, and is widely considered the world's first speculative bubble.
Wow. Okay. Sounds like a thrilling roller coaster ride if I ever heard one.
Oh, it is, Heath. Trust me, Bitcoin ain't got nothing on tulips.
Yeah, tulips are real. So,
Okay. All right. Rude. Lots of analysts are long-term bullish on cryptocurrency. Whatever. Read a book.
No.
Okay. Typical. So what's the story with the tulips, Eli?
All right, so in order to truly understand Tulip Mania, you need to know a little about the history of tulips.
Jesus Christ.
Or we could talk about literally anything else. Veto the episode. Veto.
2 votes.
Yeah, listen, are tulips the flowers that look like a pussy? No? Yeah, I'm out too then. No, I
That's
don't.
all of them, Tom.
Fun
That's
fact.
all of them.
Very true. So, as everyone knows, the tulip was introduced to Europe by Ogier de Busbecq, the ambassador of Ferdinand I, Holy Roman Emperor, to the Sultan of Turkey, who sent the first tulip bulbs and seeds to Vienna in 1554 from the Ottoman Empire.
I'm sorry, who is that, Eli?
Oh, Ogier de Busbecq. Busbecq.
His name is amazing.
I love that. I love the line. So as everyone knows, if everyone knew that, did we just include it to make Eli try to pronounce these names?
We did.
Good.
For the joy it brought us, Tom. However, their popularity in the Netherlands didn't begin in earnest until 1593, when southern Netherlandish botanist Carolus Clausius took up a post at the University of Leiden and established the Hortus Academius. Now, Clausius planted his collection of tulip bulbs and found they were able to tolerate the harsher conditions of the Low Countries.
Just going to do an episode where it's Eli pronouncing a Frenchman.
So they found they were able to tolerate the harsher conditions of Low Countries. American plantation owners high five when they found out the same thing about African slaves.
Oh, jeez.
They were like, "Woo!"
Yeah, but they didn't plant the Africans until after they were done with their planting. It's the circle of life, Cecil. Circle of life. It's a beautiful thing.
Jesus.
Now, see, the thing you have to remember about 1594 is that everything sucked, even flowers. In fact, at the time, tulips were pretty much the only brightly colored flowers available in the entirety of Europe. Everything else looked like a pre-GMO banana.
Okay, well, some girls are into that. Let's not be dismissive about pre-GMO bananas with spots.
Wait a minute. Some girls aren't into that?
Lesbians, Tom, am I right?
Exactly. So at the same time, the Dutch had just entered their golden age, being at the center of the East Indies trade, where a single voyage could yield up to 400% in profits, or as our accountant calls it, 0% in profits.
Hey, I told you my aides picked out that $31,000 recording table. It's not my fault.
Ah, yes, the Dutch golden age, where wooden Air Jordans were all the rage.
Exactly. So as a result, tulips became the must-have thing for the well-to-do Nederlander. And an assload of varieties followed. See, there were single and multicolored tulips, but the rarest of all, the Bizarden, or the bizarre colors, had yellow or white streaks on a red, brown, or purple background.
Okay, I've heard of white, yellow, brown, even red streaks, but purple streaks? See your fucking doctor already. Jesus Christ,
It's a vein.
No.
I'm just glad there's always been a point in history when, like, all of your needs are comfortably met, and then the rich donate their money. Not to those who need it, but to buying stupid, frivolous shit that dies. That's good.
It's a constant. It's nice. It's a good constant. Fun fact, we now know that this bizarre effect is due to the bulbs being infected with a type of tulip-specific mosaic virus known as the tulip-breaking virus, so called because it breaks the one petal color into two or more.
Okay, usually fun facts have a fun element. So, I mean,
How are you using fun in this?
Take it from the
sentence,
top.
Noted.
Yeah, never thought I'd see the day I'd miss your essays about stupid fucking magicians. So, all right, people like to flower. Is this going to get interesting, or are we going to go jerk off to the sound of masking tape? What's happening?
Okay. Well, I'm about to talk about how tulips grow, so I think we can all agree it's going to get...
All right, ASMR darling it is.
Great. All right, so you see, tulips...
Eli, maybe you can keep it down. I'm doing a thing.
Sorry.
That'd be great.
So you see, tulips
Thank you.
grow from bulbs and can be grown through both seeds and buds. But the mosaic virus spreads only through buds, not seeds. And so, cultivating the most appealing I'm wiggling my fingers. I don't know if you can tell. Cultivating the most appealing varieties takes years. And on top of that, propagation is greatly slowed down by the virus.
All right, if somebody doesn't get a striped-dick STD from fucking tulips soon, you have my permission to start making shit up, Eli.
All right, here, I'll start for you. Did you know that tulip bulbs are also an excellent vaginal cleanser? True story. Ask Gwyneth. You just shove them right up there. It's fine.
But it gets cooler.
I find that hard to believe.
See, in the northern hemisphere, tulips only bloom in April and May for about 1 week. During the plant's dormant phase, from June to September, bulbs can be uprooted and moved about, so actual purchases can only occur during these months. During the rest of the years, florists, or tulip traders, as I call them, sign contracts before a notary to buy tulips at the end of the season, effectively creating the first ever futures contracts.
And actually, speaking of which, we will be releasing a one-of-a-kind foil embossed podcast at the end of this year. And if you call in the next 10 minutes, you'll get an exclusive pre-order discount.
Oh, yeah, you will.
This is great. Agriculture, financial investment options. Big follow-up to that porn episode we did a few weeks ago, Eli. It's all right.
I'm all messed up with the time schedule. That was so long ago. By the time they hear this, you'll be married, I'll be dead. It's a whole thing. Anyway. As the flowers grew in popularity, professional growers paid higher and higher prices for the bulbs with the virus, and prices rose steadily. By 1634, partly because the French found out about the pretty flowers and wanted to buy them too, speculators began to enter the market. The contract price of rare bulbs continued to rise throughout 1636, but by November, the price of common or unbroken bulbs also began to increase, so that soon any tulip bulb could fetch hundreds of guilders.
You should have seen what tulips.com was going for back then, too, man. Jesus.
Dig them up. Good way to get in on the ground floor. So.
In fact,
At least he didn't say the ground floral. He could have said the ground floral, so could be worse.
In fact, prices got so high, the Dutch created a type of formal futures market where contracts to buy bulbs at the end of the season were bought and sold.
Okay, I mean, that all sounds great, but they're leaving money on the table if they don't leverage up that market by, tying it in with big bets on the never decreasing value of real estate. That's what real estate.
Now, the first author to write about Tulip Mania was a journalist named Charles Mackay. In his 1841 book, Extraordinarily Popular Delusions and the Madness of Crowds, or as I call it, the Tulip Book.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Did the tulips have a series of masks covering something long dead? The fuck?
Gee, Eli, I wonder why there have been so few follow-up works in the last 177 years. Like, it's almost like Mackay had this shit covered.
A missed opportunity, we both agree. In it, he describes the peak of Tulip Mania thusly, quote, "The population, even to its lowest dregs, embarked in the tulip trade. By 1635, a sale of 40 bulbs for 100,000 florins, also known as Dutch guilders, was recorded. By way of comparison, a ton of butter costs around 100 florins. A skilled laborer might earn 150 to 350 florins a year, and 8 fat swine cost 240 florins."
I'm just glad the common man is finally able to get in on farming. That's good. Open that door for him.
8 Fat Swine. Is that the sequel to 12 Angry Men? Is it about lobbyists? Yeah.
Can't believe the Dollop hasn't done an episode on this. This is so fascinating. This is great. All right.
We should do it together. Call him up.
So we're talking...
They're busy. They got Patton Oswalt on the show, the comic who inspired me. That's cool.
Okay, so we were talking about some really expensive flowers. I'm in. This is awesome.
And so was everybody else, Heath.
So I imagine this lasted forever, thus the booming tulip markets that you and I know of today?
Not quite.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to take a quick break for everyone's favorite halftime show, apropos of nothing.
Hi, I'm No Illusions, podcaster and creator of Ponzion.com.
After making $32 billion with Ponzion.com, we here at Citation Needed would like to let you know about an exciting new opportunity just for our listeners.
Introducing Atheist Coin.
That's right, Atheist Coin. Turns out that a 3-minute Google session allows you not only to create your own altcoin, but the lack of any oversight at all makes funding that coin not an issue.
With Atheist Coin, we'll release our altcoin into the marketplace at an incredibly low buy-in.
Less than you pledge on a weekly basis.
Then, as a combination of fear of missing out and a crypto community that has a tremendous crossover with atheism pushes up the price of that coin, just tune into Citation Needed like you normally do.
Then, because pumping and dumping cryptocurrency is entirely legal, listen in to Citation Needed for the exact date and time to dump your coin, leaving outsiders with nothing, and you with an anonymous and legal way to mug people you do not know.
It's so easy. It's already happened dozens of times.
Atheist Coin. If we were serious, this would work.
And we're back. When we left off, I was fantasizing about buying a ton of butter, and you were telling a really fucking boring story about flowers or something.
I was, Heath. I was.
Just so much butter.
All right, so by 1636, tulips were traded on the exchanges of numerous Dutch towns and cities, which encouraged trading in tulips by all members of society. In the Tulip Book, Mackay recounts stories of people offering 12 acres of land for 1 or 2 of existing Semper Augustus bulbs, or most famously, a single bulb of the Viceroy that was purchased for a basket of goods worth 2,500 florins, which included 2 lasts of wheat, 4 lasts of rye, 4 fat oxen, 8 fat swine, 12 fat sheep, 2 hogsheads of wine, 4 tons
How did all
of
this
beer.
fit in a basket? How did all of this fit in one basket?
They had a looser term for basket back then.
It's like
2 tons of butter.
Easter kicked ass back then.
1,000 pounds of cheese, a complete bed, a suit of clothes, and a silver drinking cup.
A silver drinking cup?
A silver drinking cup.
Wow. Now, the last items on the list sound pretty awesome, though, I got to admit. 4 tons of beer, 1,000 pounds of cheese, and a bed to eat it in. I fucking love it.
Yeah, right? That whole list sounds like you just combined Heath and Cecil's letters to Santa.
Okay, I still feel really confused about this whole thing. So you buy the flower and it's pretty, but the flower dies, right? I mean, if you're going to overpay for something that's going to die when you're done with it, why haven't hooker futures exploded?
It's true. It's true. So,
What?
Hooker futures.
So here's the quote about this mania from the Tulip book. Quote, many individuals grew suddenly rich.
Got to Uncle Scrooge swimming through butter.
A golden bait hung temptingly out before the people, and one after the other, they rushed to the tulip marts like flies around a honey pot. Everyone imagined that the passion for tulips would last forever, and that the wealthy from every part of the world would send to Holland and pay whatever prices were asked for them. The riches of Europe would be concentrated on the shores of the Zuiderzee, and poverty banished from the favored climes of Holland. Nobles, citizens, farmers, merchants, seamen, footmen, maidservants, even chimney sweeps and old clothes women dabbled in tulips. End quote. Remind you of anything?
Yeah, the early days of Patreon.
Yeah, right. This episode and our business plan have a disturbing amount in common, Eli.
We have a business plan? Nobody told me.
Yeah, my
that.
mom's gonna die.
Oh, Jesus.
Tom, do you have a loft at your house by any chance? Loft in
Two votes. Do you have 2
Chicago?
lofts at your house? Answer the question. Show me your dick.
or one with bunk beds?
Yeah!
It's fine.
This gets better.
Tom's not saying anything.
He's not.
He has a loft.
Nope.
I can tell you have a loft.
Tell already.
No one is staying in my loft.
I'm not staying. I'm just like...
No one is in my loft.
I'm just gonna
That's my
crash
loft. No.
for a couple of days.
Nope. No,
weeks,
you will not.
months, or years.
Nope.
Eli, you can stay with me, man.
Aw.
I'm kidding. I'm
Best
kidding. You can't
friend.
stay
Oh, I
with
was
me.
got-
You
Oh,
can't
my
stay
heart-
with me. No, you
My
can't
heart
stay
skipped
with
a
me.
beat. Literally, my Apple
so
Watch
mean.
just went off. My Apple Watch was just like, "Is your existence peaking?" Or
Your heart rate is increasing, sir.
it thinks I started a workout.
So your Apple Watch tells you just came. How does my Apple Watch know I just came? That's so impressive.
My Wahoo itches. One popular story from the peak of the mania is of a sailor who, hungry and poor, mistook the valuable tulip bulb of a merchant for an onion and stole it to eat it. The merchant and his family chased the sailor to find him eating a breakfast whose cost might have regaled a whole ship's crew for a 12-month, end quote. The sailor, by the way, was jailed for eating the bulb.
The 12-month, by the way, is a year.
What the fuck was any object that was worth this much doing in a place where some dumb fuck sailor could just come by and steal it? This thing is worth the salary of a ship's crew, and it's just like sitting out on the dining room table? Like, what? What?
Well, this is Holland. They're trusting and gentle people.
That's how you get your tulips eaten.
All right, Eli. Well, a Bitcoin looks nothing like an onion. Your whole analogy breaks down. I'm going to continue hodling. It's obviously working out. So how does the bubble pop on tulips?
Okay, well, Tulip Mania reached its peak during the winter of 1636 to 1637, when the contracts for some of the bulbs were reportedly changing hands 10 times in a day. Now, no deliveries were ever made to fulfill any of these contracts because in February of 1637, tulip bulb contract prices collapsed abruptly and the trades of tulips ground to a halt.
Tulip tariffs, right? Is that what?
We're going to be so tough on tulips, so tough. Only the best deals on tulips.
Yeah.
So I guess at this point they started calling them one lips, huh?
Sorry, Jesus.
Sorry. No, it's been a tough week. I've had a lot to do. Just a trip.
Yeah, we're all getting
Tulip big to fail. The market was tulip big to fail.
Thank you. Thank you,
No,
Heath.
move on.
That's what I didn't mean to say.
No.
All right. So the collapse began in Haarlem when, for the
Where
first
again?
time, Haarlem, not Harlem,
That's across
Haarlem.
110th Street.
Exactly. See, for the first time, buyers apparently refused to show up at a routine bulb auction. Interestingly, many historians attribute this to an outbreak of bubonic plague in the city. However, they disagree on whether the plague drove the prices up because everyone was going to fucking die, or drove it down because fuck it, everyone was going to die.
Why would they go up? Everyone's trying to get the prettiest flowers for their funeral. Like, why would they go up?
You know what sucks about bubonic plague outbreaks? Fucks the tulip market right up.
There's a downside to everything, isn't there?
Yeah, but I don't see that either. I figure if nothing else, they got something to stuff into their creepy plague masks. It feels like one way or the other, the plague would be great for this market.
By the way, for those who want to dive deep into that particular controversy, there is a fantastic, now deleted argument about this on the discussion page of the Wikipedia article by two editors who care more about flowers than I will ever care about anything ever.
That's great. Let's hope they listen to this show.
Okay, so what happened to our tulip traders in the end?
Well, some were left holding contracts to purchase tulips at prices now 10 times greater than they're worth, while others found themselves in possession of bulbs now worth a fraction of the price they'd paid. The panicked tulip speculators sought help from the government of the Netherlands, which responded by declaring that anybody who had bought contracts to purchase bulbs in the future could void their contract by a payment of a 10% fee. Now, attempts were made to resolve the situation to the satisfaction of all the parties involved, but they were unsuccessful. The mania finally ended with our poor flower buyers stuck with the bulbs they held at the end of the crash. No court would enforce payment of a contract since judges regarded the debts as contracted through gambling and thus not enforceable by law. The aftermath of the tulip price deflation led to a widespread economic chill throughout the Netherlands for many years afterwards.
Wow. Sounds to me like the investors got forcibly deflowered. Huh?
There you go. There you go.
All right, so if you had to summarize what you've learned in one sentence, what would it be?
Sell your bulb coin, you jackass.
And are you ready for a quiz from the panel?
Seriously, sell your bulb coin. Sell all of your cryptocurrency. It's all going to just crash around you. Start an IRA.
I'm gonna go first. Eli, what other flowers have been a huge disappointment? A, the girl who played Blossom.
Come on, Big Bang Theory?
I never expected anything out of her anyway. So.
B, Merrick Garland. C, Our Nation. Rhymes with carnation. It's terrible. I'm sorry about that one. Okay. D, winning the popular vote by 2 poinsettias.
I'm going to give it to Our Nation. Our
Okay.
Nation.
All right. Yeah. That's wrong, right? I don't know. We'll figure it out at the end. Keep going.
Yeah, at the end, we'll
just
figure it
keep
out.
soldiering through. Let's do this.
Good job.
All right, here we go. Buying stupid fucking flowers because everyone else is doing it is not a great investment strategy. What other investments have proven to be, well, stupid? A, tech stocks from companies with ping pong tables in the boardroom. Not good. Don't do that. B, buying shitty houses in bad neighborhoods that will, if you fix them up, become shitty houses with granite countertops in bad neighborhoods.
Okay. Glass houses, Tom. Glass houses.
Or C, apocalypse gold. Listen up, you stupid asshole. Gold is tulips, okay? It's not valuable the moment everyone just decides they're done caring about it. It's shiny lead.
Yeah, you just invest in bullets if you're thinking apocalypse.
Yeah.
Or butter. Guns, butter, bullets. Way better than gold.
Why
and
choose?
Bitcoin or
Why
tulips.
choose? Can't we
Yeah.
have both?
So good to get shot with butter. A butter gun. Have you seen those on TV?
You know what, guys? I'm going to stop and take a shot of butter, actually. I'm just going to have another...
I'm going to
smooths out
go
the
with
voice.
B, buying shitty houses in bad neighborhoods.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
All right. So finally, Eli, which of the following puns should I have not included on this list? A, as prices rose, everyone thought this'll be awesome.
It's amazing. I love that.
It's terrible.
Is it B, roses are red, violets are blue chip? Is it C, there was still a pretty good Astor market?
That one's sad.
Or was it D, at least they were still worth a few dahlias? Not dahlias.
Not bad.
Wow.
Not dahlias.
I'm going to go with E. Secret answer E. All
That
of
is
the
right.
above.
Any answer would have been. No, you actually are wrong, actually, technically
Yep,
speaking.
he was
it was
wrong.
A.
It was a.
All right. Noah, you stumped Eli, so you're the winner.
Did. I
and
think I did.
You get to choose who goes next week.
All right. Well, the only way I won with a question like that is because my buddy Heath rigged the whole fucking thing. So Heath, you can do all the work next week. That's my gift to you.
Great. Okay. I'm going to toss it over to Sarah for last week's Twitter answer and this week's Twitter question.
Thanks, Heath. Last week's question was, what would the Great Stink be called if it happened today, other than the Trump administration? The answer comes from EQ Manson on Twitter with this, a.k.a. Alex Jones's New World Order. This week's question is, if the guys were to start an altcoin, what should they call it? Just retweet or Facebook share this episode with your answer for a chance to be next week's winner. Back to you, Heath.
All right. Well, for Eli, Noah, Cecil, and Tom, I'm Heath. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We'll be back next week, and by then, I will be an expert on something else.
Yeah.
Between now and then, if you'd like to listen to the peak of the comedy boom, you can listen to Eli, Noah, and myself over on God Awful Movies, The Skeptocrat, and The Scathing Atheist. And if you'd like to laugh until you bust, listen to Tom and Cecil over at Cognitive Dissonance. And if you'd like to help keep this show going, you can make a per-episode donation at patreon.com/citationpod. Or leave us a 5-star review everywhere you can. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, check out past episodes, connect with us on social media, see the show notes, be sure to check out citationpod.com.
And they can't regulate it at all?
No, not at all. It's impossible. In fact, some of the ICOs have turned out not even to be real. Isn't it amazing?
No, it's the opposite of that.
Extra amazing.